invade.
Looks like Immortal team is just warding haste. I think they're doing what I said. They're going to be a little more cautious and they're just going to ward up the areas and ensure that Ashen Bell doesn't get messed with in jungle.
Ooh. They might be going for the quick armor steal. Both teams are actually. Ooh.
They're saying even if Vola gets shut down with all those buffs, because the team is so squishy, that they might be able to come back on it. But I don't know.
Have spawned.
I don't know. Depending on
which. Depends on who gets rolling on Spirit team. Right. So or Mortal team rather. I'm sorry. If Robbie Titan on that variant and Soccer J on Ferris get ahead early, they might be able to.
Yep, and they've warded the Ashen Bell armor. It looks like they're going to wait for her to go for it before they converge on her.
Mortal team actually going for the steal.
Yeah, I didn't want to say too much because of the slow thing, but they are getting the steal, and it looks like Spirit team isn't going to do anything on it. Mortal's rotating around.
This is different. Mortal team, I think.
Oh, I think they're gonna get caught out.
Nope,
they don't know.
No.
Volok is grabbing that armor while Ashen Bell has both his power and haste.
So I think Mortal team really did a good job of covering Ashen Bell's poor early
Oh, and this Desecrator is gonna probably nope.
Missed it.
Missed it, and the caught out is out, but that's enough harass to keep the lane open for bottom. Oh, it looks like Volk is going a little hungry.
So now Jason's gonna know that he had his haste and his armor stolen. Let's see how he reacts.
Especially with everybody still in the area.
Ooh, is Varian gonna check the haste?
Oh, it looks like they're gonna counter him.
Oh no.
If this team converges, this might be an early first blood, and it is! It is an early first blood on the Jason, and those are his buffs down. I told you that's what they were gonna do, and they did it. They ensured that Ashen Bell was not messed with and stayed with her. It's going to force these lanes to be pushed all the way and be a little behind in CS, but I think in the long run it's going to work out perfectly because you help that jungle early on and your team is going to be able to steamroll the rest.
So that was good play by the Mortal team to cover Ashen Bell's weakness, take advantage of Volek trying to keep himself relevant. And I think it's going to really come down to now these two lanes have to win for the Mortal team. If they can do that, they have a safe transition into the mid game.
Well, they do have a bunch of CC and poke and being able to keep them locked down. But it'll be interesting to see how Ash is going to play as a jungle for these teams and be able to help out.
So interesting enough, I know Jason is actually a big proponent of Ashen Bell jungle. He loves it. So I want to see how he reacts to having it played against him.
Looks like Desecrator's trying to go in to get an Amarith, but he's just getting harassed as she stays out of range.
The flip on the Ferris, but he just goes in on the Amaranth,
and there's the first blood. Well, the second blood, actually. Sorry, first blood was on Jason. So that is the first kill for Soccer in lane.
That's not what you want. You do not want that Ferris getting kills in any way.
No, anyway. Oh, it looks like they might get the second kill, but can Sock get...
Ooh, the blink is down, and Stock makes it out alive. That's all that matters.
Yeah, with 5% health. Very lucky on his part, but that allows Ferris to free farm and have lane presence for the rest of the 5 minutes that it takes him to get back.
Meanwhile, up top, Crims and Ajax just pushing Robbie Titan and Sonar around. I think that's interesting. Like we said earlier, Varian is one of those really strong
It's not
early
5
game
minutes, it's
carries,
more like
and
2,
Michaela
sorry.
not so much.
But it's going to take
I
him
think
5
she'll
minutes just to
upscale
get
him
back
later,
in that lane
but
presence
whoa,
and get
this
that
gank
farm
coming in
back up.
top. She blinks into the Desecrator snare, and that is the end of Michaela.
That was a good lead grab from Desecrator with Desecrating Ground. And this Ashen Bell is working well and able to slow down and ensure a kill. So this might work out pretty well in their advantage.
This is interesting. So I wonder if Spirit Team right now is just besides themselves, wondering what they're gonna do and how they're getting outplayed like this right now.
Soccer's gone back for an early aggression.
Oof, that makes all those abilities on Ferris are gonna hit twice as hard now.
Sock and Limbo both got an early will, so it won't be as bad, but it'll still be pretty hard.
It's not gonna be fun for them, that's for sure.
Oh, and Ashen Bell's trying to get, but she might get caught out. She's retreating, seeing that there's a ward there, or just being careful. Good play, and Desecrator's going around to protect her. But leaving a Ferris out to get
Ferris,
grabbed
the
and
dragon?
oh, and Sock cannot get it off in time. That Ferris is very lucky. Desecrator trying to help the Ashe to ensure that she didn't get caught out in jungle, but leaving his Ferris to get just free range with the Amarith and Cerulean. Oh, and the bubble hits the Desecrator. It was a good try by Limbo. Ferris should really head back.
That's one of those things as Ferris. I think you kind of trick yourself into a false sense of security. Like, I can dash out of anything. I'm not gonna worry about it. And
Yeah.
then you get hit with that 1 CC ability.
Yeah, or that Amarith bubble, and it's all over.
Yep.
Oh, and they're going on this, but I don't think they're going to be able to get
Ooh,
anything.
the
Oh, and the
turnaround,
Amarith
maybe
bubbled,
the flip.
slowing
Oh,
Avocado. But Desecrator using his tombs to keep him
Unleash.
out.
the unleash from Ashabel, keeping her safe.
And then the follow-up with the tombs from Desecrator, ensuring that they don't chase.
That's one of those things about Ashabel is you always have to remember that she has that knockback on her E when she's in, I call it close range. But
Yeah.
basically storm stance, I think. Is
Yes.
that what it's called?
I think so.
Yeah, storm stance. Yeah,
Yep.
that was right. There we go.
But that's pretty much her only ability to keep people away from
Yeah,
her. So
that's-
she really has to rely on the CC they have, the Calm and the Desecrator, to keep her alive.
There were more of them.
Limbo and Sock just looking for a kill down bottom. They're unable to find it. This is something that we've seen game after game. The BBB laners are able to farm exceptionally well, whereas the RL laners, while not terrible, just not as good.
Well, this Volok is looking for a buff and looking for a gank, but that is warded, so they do know he's there. He's still coming in, thinking that he can get something, and Calm punishes him for wasting his time. And so he moves on to go and farm somewhere else. Meanwhile, bottom, they're going in on Sock. Desecrator is trying to harass. Amarith missed her bubble and hit a minion instead. Although Volok is coming down, he's pinging to go in, but Desecrator is having his abilities up. They try to go in. Oh, and the Mina ult to follow up, and the Reyna ult to follow up. Reyna gets the kill.
Reyna blows him up.
And they get the
There
kill
goes
under the
Desecrator.
turret as Volok.
Really makes it out alive.
Sock does with his
Squeaking it
E,
out.
keeping him alive while the tower hits him and pummels him.
I would love to see an Ashabel go for the kill, but
I don't think she has her ult up. I just don't think she has vision. She doesn't feel secure using it. Holding on to that ult sometimes can make or break an Ashabel when you can get a kill
True.
off.
True, I agree. I guess I'm just I'm the hypey player that just goes for those kinds of things.
Robbie has that early ambition. Script Keeper
Crims.
going for that Disciple.
I'm surprised Crims didn't finish his ambition, considering he just got that assist. Oh, he might be going back to finish it now. He had the gold? Yep, he definitely does.
Sock's got an early rebirth. It usually works pretty well for Sock on Cerulean. He's able to keep
From what
alive.
From what we've seen, that rebirth.
Keeps him in the game long enough to ensure a kill.
So Volek's down bottom again, but he walked right through a ward. I think he's just gonna go for pigs.
I think he's just
and
trying
be
to show
happy with
lane
that.
presence.
I would have liked to have seen Script Keeper just throw the stun out first and then the snare.
The hard thing
Right
with
now-
Desecrator is getting that Q off and making sure they hit it, because it's a kind of like beeline, so they can usually sidestep out of it. But the E is a lot harder to get out since it's an AoE area circle. So
Right.
usually that's why they lead with it, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him lead with the E so that she moved in a direction, or lead with the Q, the stun, the Forgotten Tombs, so she went in a certain direction.
Oh,
then
and it
stayed
looks
there in
like
place.
conjoined on it. Ferris used his ult, and that's a kill for Ferris.
Bye, Limbo. That's something you always have to be afraid of with a Ferris, is that, you know, he's
Sock
gonna
going
just
in for maybe
full
just
combo.
a bait and flashed out, but seemed a little unnecessary.
Seems like there was a miscommunication between Sock and Jason about when exactly that gank was coming in.
Yeah.
I think Sock was expecting him to keep walking down, and Jason had turned around actually to go, I think, finish the last mushroom camp. Oh, Calm's already got his duress.
That's a good choice for a calm.
I don't know.
Oh, it looks
how
like they're going on this
effective it's
Ashen
going
Bell.
to
They
be.
know that she's here, maybe?
Oop. Here comes. I think we're coming top for a big gank. Nope, they walked right through a ward.
Ashen Bell is just you taking the long route to make sure she stays out of ward range, or where usually a ward would be.
Return on investment.
I don't know how effective Duress is going to be against Mikella, who can dash away, Amaranth, who can dash away, unless he's purely picking it up for to keep the Desecrator in place. I don't see it getting very much effective use.
I can see a duress working well on a calm to ensure that someone stays in his ult or gets hit by the eggs.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad item on Calm at all. I'm just saying against this team, especially like Mikella and Amaranth, who can dash around, and the people who you really want to hit with Duress, I don't know if that was the best pickup right now.
A mortal player has been slain.
Limbo stealing that kill with an auto attack, I think.
Oh, the Desecrator's dead. Okay. Sorry, I was busy watching top.
A mortal
Oh,
player.
and
It
there
looks
goes.
like Jason's going in hard on Ferris, which is probably not the best idea.
Smart camera, what are you doing to me?
Oh, and the Ashen Bell goes off. Ult goes off, but it doesn't hit. And Jason's just farming
getting
up the
some
well
harass,
minions to
but
try and
top
get...
lane, Robbie Titan versus
spirit
Mikella.
player
Oh,
has
and
been
the
slain.
coward gets the last kill for
A
Robbie
spirit
Titan.
player has been slain.
He probably could have gotten that Reyna
mortal
off, but I
player
think
has
he
been
just
slain.
wanted to play it safe and farm up and get the health back.
I don't think he saw her. There's
Spirit
no vision
double
over
kill.
here, so I think
Spirit
She's
team
going back
killing
in. I'm
spree.
not sure this is a smart idea for the Reyna.
level 9 Reyna versus level 11 Varian.
There was a gank down bot that happened. Ferris killed the Volek, but Volek killed Ferris and then proceeded to kill the Ashen Bell. They eventually cleaned up. So I don't know if that was worth it.
This is a much closer game than last game.
Yes, it is.
I think these teams really went into draft mode for this game with their heads on straight. Looks like Sock is lagging a little bit,
Oh.
unable to move.
Yeah, I just
Hopefully
saw
he
in
can-
chat he said he's got 200 ping, so this should be
Hopefully he
interesting.
can get that fixed out. let's see. Crim's coming back with a force.
Yeah, I'm working
haste,
on it. I'm
and
pretty
a
tired
will.
right now. I need food.